What's going on, Exclusive Thoughts fam? It's Troy Sprout, your certified life and relationship coach from exclusivethoughts.com. That's XKLUSIVE thoughts.com. Coming to drop a life and love lesson on you. I just got the workout in, so this is the I'm Tired of Being Fat Chronicles. I took a few days off, but I'm back at it. So today's message, I want to talk about standards and expectations, right? And I know that's kind of a cliche thing to talk about. But the other day I posted something and I said, that you don't get more by asking for less, right? So, and why this came, to me is that I saw some post one day about, the woman who asks for nothing deserves everything. And I thought to myself, that's BS, right? And I think this goes for in life and in love is that, a lot of times we get what we expect, and we get the standards that we kind of put out there in the world. And, I always think about stuff like this. People have all these standards and expectations for the clothes they buy and for, the car they might ride in or the hotel they might stay in. But yet sometimes when it comes to, choosing a mate or a partner or someone to spend your life with, you're expected to settle a lot of times just because someone's a nice person or whatever it might be. Well, no, your standards are about a certain level of quality that you want in a person. And your expectations about how someone treats you is, it should be high, right? You shouldn't be settling for someone to mistreat you or for being second best or for someone, just tolerating you or making you a convenience or whatever it might be, just to have someone. No, if you're going to have standards and expectations, here's the kicker. No one cares about what you say your standards and expectations are if you don't live them out. Right? So you got to listen to me on that. No one cares what your standards and expectations are on paper if you don't live them out. So what that looks like a lot of times in dating is you see a lot of men and women, they'll say, well, I expect this from a man that's dating me. I expect him to, commit to me, and I expect him to have an ambition and a job and this, that, and the third. Well, it doesn't really matter if you find a guy that does the exact opposite and you still tolerate that person. You still engage in that person or with that person. Same things for guys out there. You want a woman who, is supportive and who embodies all these qualities of a wife or whatever it might be. Yet she embodies none of that, but because she looks good, you decide that, hey, it's worth it now because she looks good. So a lot of us out there have very shallow understandings of what standards and expectations are really about. See, because the thing is, when you expect something more of someone, then they're more likely to reach it, number one. But here's the kicker, too. You got to be willing to walk away if that person doesn't meet that standard or expectation that you have out there, right? You got to be willing to remove yourself from that situation. See, that gets a little sticky for a lot of people, right? It's easy to say, but if someone doesn't, meet those standards or expectations that you have, are you willing to walk away and remove yourself from that situation? And finally, are the standards and expectations that you have of other people, or are they the same ones you have of yourself? Yeah, that's a big deal. Are they the same ones you have of yourself? Because you can't be asking for 100%, but you're only really willing to give 50. You can't be asking for commitments from someone and you're not willing to commit yourself. You can't be asking for somebody to have all these qualities and you don't live out those same qualities. So start with yourself and check yourself first. And you know what? It'll be easier to follow those standards and expectations if you have them for yourself. All right? That's my message for today. Go visit the website, www.exclusivethoughts.com. Get on the email list because the book is coming soon, I promise. The book is coming soon. So XKLUSIVE thoughts.com. Share the video because somebody out there has this idea of standards and expectations all messed up. And they need to hear about this. All right? Peace.